This is my son's shirt that I lost. If anybody know how to make this to feel like a teddy bear, I don't know the name of it. I know it's not broderie, I think, but it's like stitching. If anybody know how to do that, I want that. But speaking of my son, right? Holidays are always rough, of course. And the first thing I think of or thought of is the fact that anger. That's what I think of. And I think of, why was I taught love was disciplining someone like your little cousin or your brothers or your siblings, like as an older cousin or an older brother and stuff like that. You are supposed to be the protector while the parent is gone. That was something that's given. So, but what isn't taught is when you put your hands on someone, right, you stand a great chance of losing them. As a friend, as someone that loves you genuinely, wholeheartedly, you are turning to a person that they accept or tolerate. Hate when you come because you make them uneasy, and love when you leave because now it's like a breath of fresh air. That feeling turned me apart. I never want anybody to fear me. I just want them to love me like I love them. You know what I'm saying? One of the mothers of my children said something that hit hard, and what that was is, in order for you to hate me that much, you had to have loved me equally. And I have searched and studied that to be true. You know what I mean? Okay. Wait a minute. So, studied that to be true. But that doesn't compute to another person. You know what I mean? What I really don't like is, first of all, use this math. Just put it with your thought pattern. You know what I mean? If majority of the world is depressed and riding off depression fumes, right? When you go and gaslight them, listen to it. When you go and gaslight someone that's riding off depression fumes, it's only gonna cause an explosion. All right. So that's something, man, that's really sitting on me, because I love a lot of people, man, and the people that'll be around me I love the most, right? That's why I like them around me. But I realized that and everybody that's around me, man, they do, you know. But you got to think about this. If they're not used to being nervous or, you know, having to think about what they say around you, or, you know, it makes them uneasy, you know. I had this question for a long time. How do you give respect without fear? And I, you know, and God gave me the answer. And what the answer was Him. The consistency in following your belief is what gives you respect. What does that look like? I don't care if it's Islam, Buddha, whatever. Me, I'm Jesus Christ. God is my Lord. You know, so, but I noticed that the deeper your commitment, the more respect people have for you. Once they see that you're not that committed, that's how much respect they have for you. It's just truth. Such as, I can talk all the wisdom. I can say everything, man, that people want to hear. But the first signs that a person see me high off marijuana, it taints the lesson even more. If I'm teaching you something about Jesus Christ and love and everything, and then you see my attitude peak out, the respect is lost. So it's how hard do you commit? You know what I mean? Your commitment is your strength. It is. Commitment is strength. Today's time, we find anything to disconnect ourselves from people and not be committed. We also still live under the same principles and rules that was taught to me when I was young, which is Satan knows how to make himself invisible. What does that mean? We always blame God if it's everything going right. We always blame God if everything is going wrong. So where does Satan lie at? Where do we lie? Our decision making. Because see, what Satan uses is emotion. You know, to the point that everybody is struggling to maintain their self-peace. Self. Now, the thing is, don't get me wrong, because my indulging with people, man, it put me to a place where I don't want to talk to people anymore. Maybe I should never explain anything, because everybody takes it all wrong. I might tell a story from back in the past. I'm only telling the truth. It's my past. These people are of my past. And yes, truthfully, that's how these people operated. But that would translate to, oh, these people are still on your mind, or you hating on them, or because of what they doing now. And I wasn't speaking on now. I'm speaking of my past and what goes on that had went on in my life that are facts. That are facts. You know what I mean? But I'm running into a lot of harbored feelings from the past. When I thought I was taking care of people, when I thought I was being big cuz, when I thought I was being big bruh, when I thought I was being, you know, nephew, or you know what I mean? But I'm realizing it's people that walk around with harbored feelings to that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I wish I could correct it. I wish it was a prayer, man, that just can undo all of it. Because I'm truly a loving person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really take care of people. Like, take care of them. No, not financially. See, I do that too now. But everybody don't need to be taken care of financially. They make their own money. You know, so a lot of people need you to understand them. Now, this is how Satan have you. Well, you don't want to tell everybody. You're trying to hold everything because people will use it against you and stuff like that. Well, that's only when you're talking to a person that's not genuine. And then how do you find that out? Well, I'm starting to adapt this. Now, some people say, well, if you follow Jesus, that don't mean you're a perfect person. They still do this and that. But this the thing about that. When they following Jesus, they get convicted. That's what I like. Because even if I lie to you, right? When I leave your presence, God gonna work. That's what have me, for those that know me, that's what have me circle back and tell you the truth. It can't sit right. Why don't it sit right? My dad said this before. When you have a goal and something that's in mind, you can't afford to be doing wrong on top of wrong. You need everything to go in your favor. You need God's blessing. You need, you know what I'm saying, everything to go in your favor. So if I'm trying to pursue big money stuff, but I just told what you call a little white lie, because that's how we do. Oh, that was a small one. Oh, that ain't going to hinder what I'm trying to do over here. You know, yes, it would. Yes, it would. You know, so yes, I would love them type of people in my life. Not the people that are led by what they consume. You know, whether it's alcohol, whether it's marijuana, whether it's, you know, any other drug or whatever. See, because at that point right there, marriage is called a mood altering substance. That's what Satan lies. That's why they call alcohol spirits. That's why, you know, it's so many things that's blatantly being told to us in our face. But we neglect it because we're so stuck on self. So, but whether you use or not, in my book, if you're seeking Jesus, there's a hope for you doing me right. How do I know that? Because the fact that I follow Jesus is the reason why I do a lot of people right. Now, no, don't come to me. Oh, you did me wrong on it. You got to remember what you did. And, you know, and then a lot of the times people be thinking that I'm doing it. No, God blocks me. In some certain situations, man, God is not going to allow you to use me. Because he know that my heart is genuine. So he's not going to allow you to do that. So there's going to be some situation that pops off that I cannot control. And now I can't do this for you. I can't do this for them. Never in a day of my life do I have it for someone and sit back and say, I ain't getting it to them. Just cause. I've never done that. Even for people that have owed on sacks and all of that, I have never deliberately sat back and said, I'm just going to buck on. I always did something led by my heart. It ain't turned up right. I don't like being tolerated. I like being welcome. And there's a way to do that. Once again, I love everybody, man. Be blessed, be safe, man. Get rid of that stay dangerous stuff. That stuff whack. Stay safe and stay loving.